Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 152. Episode 2 of the Dwarf, of course, but yeah, I'm back. Same night as episode 1. I just got back from the gym. Well, got my workout in, took a shower, got some food, and now I was like, you know what, let's get a little late night sesh. So it's 11:40, probably play for just a solid hour. But yeah, that should be a decent bit of time to get some work done on this character. So Craig Blim, how are ya? We hit level 6, meaning I could get some new Paladin training, so let's talk to Azar Stronghammer.
The light be with you, adventurer. How can I help you?
What can you teach me? Ooh, 3 new spells. So we can learn Holy Light rank 2, Divine Protection, and Seal of the Crusader. So we get a new seal, we get a new spell, Divine Protection, and we get another rank on Holy Light. That's really nice. I'll take all 3 of these. We will be broke after that, but that's fine. Let's read each of those abilities real quick. So Holy Light rank 1 is 2.5 second cast, 35 mana, heals friendly target for 42 to 51. Pretty good. Holy Light rank 2, 60 mana, so we have basically double the mana cost on this one. Same cast speed, 2.5 seconds, but it does heal for 76 to 90. So essentially doubled the mana cost, but also doubled the amount healed. We learned a new seal. Well, first off, we learned Divine Protection. So 15 mana, instant cast, 5-minute cooldown. You're protected from all physical attacks and spells for 6 seconds, but during that time, you cannot attack or use physical abilities yourself. Once protected, the target cannot be made invulnerable by Divine Shield, Divine Protection, or Blessing of Protection again for 1 minute. So this is one of our get-out-of-jail-free cards. Paladins have quite a few get-out-of-jail-free cards, if I'm being honest. But we also learned Seal of the Crusader. So 25 mana compared to Seal of the Righteousness, 20 mana, so 5 more mana. Fills the Paladin with the Spirit of the Crusader for 30 seconds, granting 31 melee attack power. The Paladin also attacks 40% faster, but deals less damage with each attack. Excuse me. Only 1 seal can be active on the target, or on the Paladin at any one time. Unleashing this seal's energy will judge an enemy for 10 seconds, increasing holy damage taken by up to 20. Your melee strikes will refresh the spell's duration. Only 1 judgment per paladin can be active at one time. So essentially how I like to use Seal of the Crusaders, I like to start the fight with it, judge the target with my Seal of Crusader, put that debuff on them, and then you're dealing more damage. But honestly, at lower levels, you don't really even need to do that. You can just, keep Seal of the Righteousness up and wail on things and keep your mana high. That way you can use healing spells to heal your health back up and get right back into the next pull, right? So when we're facing more difficult mobs, we will probably use Seal of the Crusader, judge it immediately, and then use Seal of the Righteousness, keep that seal on us, and that will kind of be the best case scenario for us, right? But all right, let's poke around the village Karanos here, talk to everyone, take all these quests, and get to work here. So Ragnar Thunderbrew.
Nothing my tavern patrons enjoy more than some beer-basted boar ribs. Only problem is, the local trapper who used to bring me supplies enlisted in the King's army to help with the war on the Alliance front. Maybe you can help me out. If you bring me 6 crag boar ribs and a Rhapsody malt from the tavern here, I'll give you the family recipe for my famous beer-basted boar ribs, not to mention a free sample, the secrets in the malt.
So we get 5 beer-basted boar ribs, which are good stamina and spirit food. Well, to start, they're not very good compared to what we're used to on our rogue, but it's a decent start. As well as he'll teach us the recipe to cook these bad boys, but we'll need 25 cooking. It's pretty good. Definitely going to do this one. Sorry, I'm eating a little teriyaki beef tender bites. They're basically like beef jerky bites. Really good. Theric Blackstone.
Beldin Steelgrill owns the local mechanic shop and he's the best siege engine tech there is. But he's not forgiving to his tools. I swear he almost breaks more Arclight spanners than we can supply him with. We just filled his last order for tools. If you deliver it to him, I'm sure he'll make it worth the effort. His shop, Steel Grill's depot is just northeast of Karanos, and it's a local haunt for veteran siege engine pilots, so keep your ears open for opportunities while you're there.
Cool. Steel Grill's depot. Okay. We basically just have weapons and armor vendors in here, as well as a journeyman blacksmith. I don't think there's a mining teacher here, but we will be taking blacksmith eventually. Meaning we're going to have to save up money for a mining pick and a hammer. Blacksmithing is very expensive. It's very hard to level. It's one of the most expensive professions to level in Classic if you're like buying materials, because even just one skill point takes so many materials. So it's definitely going to be one of the professions that we do throughout the hardcore life cycle that we do on the channel, where we're getting every character up over some time. We're not going to, like, when we finished the rogue, I took a little bit of a break and now we're moving on to the paladin, right? But over the life cycle that we do all the classes, there are going to be some that I'm going to follow a guide with and some that I just do organically. The engineering I did pretty organically, and we got to like 270, 280, something like that. We maxed out our mining, of course, but that's basically max in my opinion. Blacksmithing, I probably will follow a guide just to be the most efficient and effective with the materials that we're going to get, because you can be very inefficient or you can be really efficient and save yourself a ton of time and headache. So that's one that we definitely want to be efficient with. But at the same time, there's going to be some recipes and or I guess they're patterns that I'm going to try and seek out and hunt down and craft ourselves. One, for the stat increases and the value of those pieces for us in hardcore, but two, just for the roleplay aspect of it, the allure of us going out and spending like a lot of time and effort to get these valuable pieces, so that way we can forge this mystical piece of gear that we'll use. Like, it's very, like, you know what I mean, very fitting for a blacksmith to do that. And that's kind of the aesthetic and the allure that I'm going for this character, is this stoic dwarven paladin who, like we said, is quick to help and aid others, but at the same time, you know, he's heavy on the drink, but he's a known blacksmith. He's a very well known and respected blacksmith, and along our journey, it's something that I kind of want to build up for him, and that's the idea of us as we get as we become a better blacksmith and increase our skill. The role play that I'll go with it is like he's kind of, you know, his name is spreading around. People want to hire him for his work. I'm a Dungeons and Dragons nerd at heart, bro. Like, what can I say, right? All right, Pilot Bellowfizz.
I'm preparing to start a mission for the Siege Brigade. It's a long one, and I need to stock Jetsteam with a month's worth of supplies.
Whew.
So while Steel Grill is working on my tank, can you do some hunting for me? I'll need some fur for bedding, and boar meat for food. You can get meat from boars and fur from the bears. You can find them both in the snowfields south of the Grizzled Den.
So, one thing that I'm kind of realizing about these siege brigade pilots is I'm pretty sure they use these to burrow out mountains, right? On like excavation jobs, which is really cool. I always just kind of saw these vehicles and never really realized like what they would use them for, but obviously they're used for burrowing into mountains, looking for rare gems or the various different things that dwarves would be looking for, right? Pretty cool. Pilot stone gear.
Driving a siege engine isn't for everyone. It takes an iron grip and nerves of steel. Lucky I have both. How about you? How's your metal? Want to prove it to me? Well, I'm looking to make my engine, troll plow, a little more cozy.
Troll plow.
You get me a heap of Wendigo manes from the Grizzled Den, west of Karanos. Those manes would make a great rug for troll plows inside deck.
It's pretty cool. His has got the head in the shape of like more of a wolf. I wouldn't call it a troll, but I guess I could see it. And then this guy's has the head in the shape of like a griffin. Pretty cool. You can see his fangs here, though, huh? Man, these siege engines are so cool. Alright. L'Ostlor Rouge.
Welcome to Steel Grill's Depot. Hegnar Rumbleshot sells guns off the road to Anvilmar. Riflemen and mortar teams spend a lot of time practicing out near his shop, and he's always needing fresh ammunition. But the last crate of ammo I sent him got lost along the way. My courier said he was camped near the Grizzled Den when Wendigo chased him away, and the fool left Rumbleshot's ammo behind. Adventurer, can you get that ammo and take it to Rumbleshot? He's been waiting on it, and I'm sure he's running low.
Of course. I like the way that this guy looks. Kind of balding with the engineering goggles. Looks sick. Belden Steel Grill. You look a little young to be a siege engine pilot. But no matter. Do you need something fixed? I can't do a good dwarf recently. I've lost it. We'll take a number and get comfortable. I'm working on a couple engines right now and won't have time for another job for at least a few days. Or were you here for something else? I actually have your tools.
You have my tools.
You have my tools.
Well done. I just broke my last fang ratchet an hour ago, and I need one of those to finish repairs on Pilot Stonegear's siege engine. You did a good thing by lugging those tools here, adventurer. Here, take these coins for your help.
Oh, cool. That's it, huh? Okay. Huh. All right. First things first. We'll go hunt some boar and get that ammo. Should be right around here, which is great because there's a lot of boar around there. And as we run, let me set up my weapons macro. I didn't look on my rogue. I think it's equip slot 16. Is there a space there? I can't remember. I don't think there's a space there. I must have messed it up. Hang on. Let me see if I can pull it up on the side. What is the equip slot in WoW for weapons? Oh, there is a space. Okay. Nice. Okay, that equips our shield. That equips our hammer. Perfect. Alright, let's see. Yeah, honestly, sealing or judging Seal of the Crusader isn't really necessary. For the most part, I can just keep Seal of Righteousness online, like we've been doing, and then just right when it's about to go down, we can judge it. Again, the idea with Paladins being, you just want to keep your mana high. When I was first learning Paladin, I'd made the mistake of, you think it's boring auto-attacking, so you just want to judge every time it comes off cooldown. You want to you know, just use your spells, but realistically, they just auto-attack, right? Like, if ever, you can judge like that, just to kind of wrap the fight up quicker, but you want to keep your mana high. I've listened to a lot of really good, experienced Paladin players talk about it's very important that you want to keep your mana high, especially in hardcore, where you just want to be, you don't want any downtime, right? You want to just kill the mob, and then use your mana to either heal yourself back up or renew your seals, your buffs, and then get right back into the fight. Paladins, if you're playing them correctly, you almost never have to sit down to drink or sit down to heal. Now, if you are AoE pulling, that could change, right? But especially in the low levels where we're not going to be AoE pulling, for the most part, you should have pretty much above 50% mana the entire time. And with that being the case, you should have full health, because your mana just can be converted into health, right? I was hoping I would finish there with that judgment, but he survived with 3 health, so feels bad. But yeah, I'm excited to learn how to seal twist. 1 health, that sucks. I'll need to watch some videos on seal twisting and practice it. It's not something that I talked about this in the first episode. It's not something that I've ever tried to do. So I know I know the concept of it, and I've seen some videos on it before I was, a big Paladin player, but I've never tried to seal twist. Now, full honesty, when I first started playing WoW, I've talked about this on the rogue character. I played on my cousin's account. He kind of introduced me to the game way back in the day when I was a young kid, and it was vanilla at the time. And anytime I would go over to his house, he would let me mess around on his account and make a character, and I got to play for maybe 30-45 minutes or so, which is not a lot of time in WoW. But it always made me like want to play more. I was so hooked even back then, and I didn't have my own computer. I was, grew up in a more poor family, if I'm being honest. My dad passed away at a young age. My mom had to work 2 jobs. She had 4 kids. I've got 3 other siblings, right? She took care of her mom too, so money for a computer and video games was never at the forefront of importance for us. It was always, like keeping food on the table and the light on and stuff like that, right? But I always played on my cousin's account, and I originally made a human warlock on the Alliance side, and I got it to like level 30 something. I've talked about this many times before when I was playing the rogue character, but eventually I wound up getting a shitty E-machine computer, which, if you know anything about E-machine computers, they're like $300. They run, you'd be lucky to get 15 frames out of them back in the day. Oh, copper, I wish I could get that. But yeah, I ran on an E-machine and got my own WoW account during the Burning Crusade. That's when I finally was able to have my own computer and make my own account, and I played a Blood Elf Paladin. Blood Elves had just come out. I was really excited about them. So my first main character was a Blood Elf Paladin. I named him Cyranic, which is like when I think about that name, it's so nostalgic for me, but spelt like this in the chat. And I was horrible. I was really bad. I didn't understand the idea of spell power and how it helped paladins. I didn't understand. I played protection, so I wanted to be like a tank for dungeons and stuff. But people would like laugh at me and make fun of me because I just didn't know what I was doing. They would flame me, and rightfully so. I mean, I didn't. Again, I was really bad. But eventually, when Wrath of the Lich King came out, I re-rolled and played a rogue and I played a mage. Those were my main 2 classes. And I also I brought my paladin up and kind of relearned paladin in Wrath. I re-rolled and went Ret, and I also went Holy because dual spec was introduced. So I healed a lot of raids, and I wound up being like full healer by the end of ICC on that paladin. But yeah, that's my experience with paladins. They were actually my first like main class on my own account, but again, I was very bad at the game. I didn't know like what anything was. None of that really stuck, and is going to be very applicable here, other than the basics, right? But rogue, I'm very comfortable, and that's my OG main class. And that's another reason why I figured, we'd start the paladin next, is because it was kind of like my original class. Rogue is like my real main, but my original character that I made on my own account and got to level 70 during the Burning Crusade was a Blood Elf Paladin. So it's just kind of fitting, I feel like, at least for me. But yeah, I'm excited to learn more about them and how to play them well, how to be like a master paladin. Obviously seal twisting, managing your mana, managing your blessings and your proper auras. But for the most part, they're not like a very demanding class, I'll say. I do want to take on 2 of these bad boys. Big crit there. Res for gold. Thanks. Give her a thanks, give her a bow. But again, we're a little stoic on this character. I'm not going to actually type to her and be like, thanks. Again, I wish I was a little more standoffish and rude on my rogue, but I didn't really roleplay him like a character. I more so just like was myself and was happy that people were playing hardcore and all that stuff. But after playing Swithtor, which by the way, as of recording this, I'm still in the middle of my assassin playthrough on that character. But after playing Swithtor, I've kind of gotten into the idea of like giving each character a personality and trying to embody that character and really get into that character and play them out in the world. I think that's really cool. So again, for this character, friendly, nice, stoic, helpful. Definitely someone that would, you know, throw buffs on people, but is a little bit more reserved, soft-spoken. Not soft-spoken, but reserved, I guess is the right word. And a drunk, of course, and a good blacksmith. Loves to drink, loves crafting, is obsessed with like making his next best piece, right? Throw a heal on ourselves real quick.
Health warning.
One more. Watch the seal timing. We'll go ahead and unleash it now. Dump our mana, and now we can let the regen work. We've got 20 seconds left on seal, and this is the idea of like, all right, spend it, now let's regen it, that way I have it to spend again after this pull. We're already back up to 56, right? Now I could just judgment right here and finish him, but I want to save my mana. Keep it regenning, that way I can use it on healing. Once it, oh damn, I missed it by a second. I'd say once it's full, that's when I'll, you know, use it again to use a judgment, judge the seal. Throw a big heal on ourselves. Get right back into it. Seems to be a battered chest in here, that's really cool. This is why finding treasure is so nice on the dwarf. Especially in solo self-found hardcore. There's a lot of Wendigos here, so let's just be a little careful. Put a new Blessing of Might on ourselves. We're okay. Let's try and not spend mana here unless we absolutely need to. I will... Oh, he resisted. That feels horrible. Ooh, a Lumberjack axe. Alright, now save our mana, let the regen start ticking. Even at the end here, I'm not going to judge it, just because I want to keep that mana regen high. If you don't know how mana regen works, is once you cast a spell, your mana regen turns off, but after, I think it's like 5 seconds or maybe like 8 seconds, something like that. I think it's 5 of not casting anything, your mana regen kicks in. And that scales off of your spirit, that scales off of your level, of course. Like lower level, you have crazy spirit and your regen is insane. But after like level 10 is where it really starts to fall off of a cliff. And there's copper in here too. I really need to learn how to become a miner. Ooh, some potions. That's really nice. That's big. These pants are actually better than what we have, so that's a huge pickup right there. Now all we need to do is buy a Rhapsody Malt. Let's kill all of these Wendigo on the way out, just for experience. And they are humanoids, so they could drop potions, cloth. Nothing's dropped cloth for us yet, but cloth is definitely something that we're going to be keeping, of course, both for blacksmithing and for first aid. Respawn rate in this cave is a bit high, so you do need to be careful that you don't get overwhelmed, but wait for it, judge it. Quick little heal. Pop my stone form, just for the extra armor.
Health warning.
Cast a big heal. Spend some of that mana. In between auto attacks, we'll loot.
Health warning.
Ooh, a new chest piece too, perfect. A little more bonus armor. Judge that, because it's just about to run out. Let the mana regen start ticking. I was hoping we would find a bag, but we're just not getting very lucky on this character. Could probably take on one more before I need to cast a heal. Get ready to judge this one as we're about to run out. Full mana, so I might as well. Big heal. I love that heal bot shows you generally how much you're about to heal. So you can kind of gauge like what rank spell heal do you need to use. Obviously you want to be using the most efficient spell. And that's one thing that I love about spellcasting in vanilla is downranking your spells is like a really, really powerful thing to do, and it's something that I didn't do when I was much younger, and I see a lot of new players not doing, is they'll just use the highest rank spell that they have, thinking like, oh, well, why would I not use Holy Light rank 2, right? Like, but if you don't need it, why would you use 60 mana when you could use 35, right? Another axe. It's just another bit of like nuanced skill that is there that I really like. Because again, if you're, I don't want to say like bad, but more so new to a class, especially like Paladin, I've realized like they'll be all the time. They'll be wondering like, oh, so many mana problems on Paladin, or like, you know, like it's really just like you're not spending your mana efficiently and you're not using it efficiently. You're being very like reckless with it, right? You're spending it willy-nilly, judging every time it comes off cooldown. You're using max ranks of Holy Light when you don't need them. You know what I mean? Just small things like that, and it adds up. All right, we're back up to 3 silver pieces. Let's go pick up some Rhapsody Malt, and we can turn in all of these quests. Now Belm sends.
Fill your tankard and pull up a chair. We've stories to tell and kegs to empty.
I'll pick up an ale for myself. Can't get an ale without buying myself one, so Thunder Ale. Take a swig of that. Doesn't do anything to my dwarven body, but tastes good. I'm gonna need 6 crag boar ribs and a mug of Rhapsody Malt Bale.
The malt is brewed, the boars are dead. And before all is done and anything said, we will have to fight for first dibs on these savoury beer-basted boar ribs.
Yo, he's rhyming to me. And that's a level up, level 7. Beautiful. Some new food, some stamina food that I can eat for a bit. Where'd that dwarf go? There she is. Give everyone a might buff, even if they don't need it. Oops. Crank that back down to, I think we had it at like 85. Yeah. Some new quests that have opened up, but we'll take those in just a second. Yellow Fizz. Preparations are going well. How goes your hunting?
By Magni's beard, you sure did a lot of hunting. Thank you, adventurer.
Another 2.5 silver. That's like double my money right there.
Brew experiments with his brews. Some of them taste good, some bad, and some, well, some will lay all but the stoutest dwarf flat. He lives at Brunel village, west of Karanos, and one of his drinks, Evershine, is what I want. It'll help keep me warm while I'm on the cold road. And the blessed stuff burns so hot I can throw it in Jetsteam's furnace for a burst of power. That little tactic has gotten me out of more than one tight spot.
That's sick. Evershine is what we're looking for. Might have to get me a glass of that myself. Stone Gear. Hey Bill, been to the Grizzly Den yet? Those Wendigos can be fierce.
Ah, yes, these mains will work great. You show a lot of grit, adventurer. I wager we'll see great things from you.
Thank you. 8 silver is what we're up to now. That's nice.
Welcome to Steel Grill's Depot.
I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up a mining pick for now. I'm going to hold off on getting a... Well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and pick it up. I was going to hold off on getting the blacksmith hammer because I'm not going to be able to learn both mining and blacksmithing, but...
What do you need directions to? Which profession trainer would you be looking
perfect.
for? Surely you didn't think you would find a town without a resident miner about, did you? Yar can usually be found over at Steel Grill's depot, just outside of Karanos.
Yar Hammerstone. 10 copper, okay. It's actually a lot cheaper than I thought. I should have done that before we went into the cave. I could have gotten at least 1 or 2 copper nodes, but that's okay. Karanos is very, very lucrative for copper. Oh. Thank you, friend. I used to do laps on some of my old Alliance characters, just going like through here, around there, and then up in here. And I would have so much copper, so I'm not too worried about it, honestly. But one thing that's unfortunate is I will have to get rid of find treasure. I might switch back and forth between it in certain caves when we go into a cave and just pop it on real quick, see if I see anything, and then go back to find materials, but we'll hold off on getting a fishing pole for now. I need to learn fishing first, but we'll talk to Sinir.
Report and could use your help, adventurer. I just managed to find where the trolls are holed up, but I saw so many trolls, I was afraid to go in.
Ah, come on.
Here's what I need. Go down to the cave, poke around inside, kill a few of the trolls, then come back here. Take the road north out of Karanos. When you get to the bridge, follow the frozen river west until you reach Iceflow Lake.
Okay.
You'll find Brunel village on the west bank. The hold is southwest of the village.
Okay. Explore Frostmane Hold and kill 5 Frostmane headhunters for Senor Whitebeard. We can get the warm winter robes or the stone buckler. We'll definitely take the buckler. Now before we get out of here, let's talk to the blacksmith and he can teach us blacksmithing. Tognis Flintfire.
Good day to you, lad. Can I be of service?
Yeah, could you teach me? I won't forget this. Alright. Oh, one more quest up here. Razzle Spry Sprocket. Uzi Toggle Volt.
Upon further analysis of the Gnomerigan situation, it would appear as though we not only failed to eradicate the Trogs, but we also happened to turn most of the gnomish race into horrific, mindless, evil-doing leper gnomes.
Oh my god.
Ozzy and I plan to reverse the horrible leper effect with our latest invention, the Recombobulator. The machine is almost complete, but we are in dire need of some restabilization cogs and gyromechanic gears. Retrieve some from the leper gnomes out front of Gnomerigan for us.
Of course. Okay. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Driving gloves or oil-stained cloak. Well, since we don't have a cloak yet, we'll definitely be taking that.
Alrighty then.
Let's go get the ammo for Rumble Shot. It's along the road where we saw the mortar team last episode. Then we'll probably work on I think I'm gonna stay out of Sugar Rush for now. I'm not gonna say anything. We're stoic. I appreciate the invite, but we're a bit of a loner. Eating a little bit of Easter chocolate in case you're wondering. Anything to get the calories in. We're on a bulk. Oh, and there's some copper right there. I'm tempted to go back in that Yeti cave. See if we can find a little bit more copper. I guarantee you there's more than one node in there. The first attempt always fails. There we go, we got a hit. Alright. A 3-piece, not bad. 2 rough stone. I don't remember where we would keep our profession windows, but for now I guess this is fine. Maybe we had it like right here. We can learn sharpening stones, or we can make sharpening stones. Rough sharpening stones, this is more for slicing weapons, swords, daggers, that kind of thing, axes. Rough weight stones, these are more for blunt weapons, so maces, staffs, that kind of thing. We need to make the weight stones. Hegnar Rumble Shot.
Hegnar Rumble Shot at your service.
Be good.
I hope you're not here for ammo, because I'm almost out.
Great, more ammo. Old Lost Law's shipment finally came through. The ammo might be late, but just like my granddaddy used to tell me, late's better than never. Thank you much, adventurer. I already have buyers eager for this stuff.
Free silver piece. Thank you. Alright, let's dip back into the cave real quick. See if we can maybe find another copper piece or two. And then we'll head up through the northern bit of Keranos and I guess start hunting headhunters. As well as go talk to Rehold and Marlith. Unless someone else has taken it, I know there's at least one other node in here, but usually people did what I did and they didn't take their professions this early. And most will not go back. That's a node outside. I'm actually judging a little early here just to, well, one, speed up the kills here, but two, my mana is sitting at full, so if it's ever at full, I kind of want to just go ahead and use some of it so the regen starts kicking in. Ooh, a 4-piece. It's nice. How are we looking on time? Yeah, about 20 minutes left. Which will be perfect. Do my nighttime routine, jump in bed, watch a little Breaking Bad. I'm re-watching Breaking Bad now, and it's been a long time since I watched it, and it's so good, man. Honestly, one of the best shows ever made. Alright, we'll pull 3 here. Go ahead and get a small heal off real quick. I don't think I need to stone form. I'm gonna judge there just to take that one down so I have one less target hitting me. Pop a bigger holy light and then let the mana regen start ticking. Let's do a bigger one. Let the regen start ticking.
Health warning.
Let the regen start working here. Gonna need to bless again soon. Judge. Get the last second that we can there. I guess go ahead and put a new blessing on now and just this way the regen works. Unfortunate. 2 dodges? Okay, we'll just go ahead and use the seal there. You get 2 dodges like that, you might as well just use it, right? Use it there to finish that one off too. We haven't drunk once on this character. Actually, I think we did drink once in the first episode. Literally once. I think we stopped to like eat and drink one time. But again, I'm being pretty efficient with the mana, so I'm not really having that issue. Ooh, a rare is up. Eden the Howler. Yo, huge. A cracked sludge. Sludge. Eden the Howler. I'm gonna try and clear out this room a little bit. Put this new mace on. Dude, it looks sick, actually. That's what I love about hardcore, especially solo self-found, is even just finding in the low level like a new gray weapon like that feels so good. Alright, I'll take on these two and then Eden is all ours. I want to try and save all of my abilities for Eden. Alright, no one else here, so I don't really have to worry about anyone else contesting. Probably should have Seal of Crusader and then judged that instead of judging my Seal of Righteousness, but I'd only had a short cooldown left and I wanted to be efficient with it, but... We have a slower weapon swing timer that I'm going to have to get used to with this weapon, but it hits harder. Nice! Wendigo Fur Cloak. We don't have a cloak yet, so that's a win. Plus the node is right here. There's another one in here. Like I said, I knew there was going to be at least more than one. Caves, I mean, this is the place that nodes would be. So far that's 2. Oh, it's a 4-piece. Huge. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the ragged leather pants now, because I know we're going to find something more valuable. Nine plus 23, we're averaging what, like 32 damage per swing? Around that. Misses feel bad though. Go ahead and front load all the mana that we need to spend. I'm actually going to check further in the cave too and see if there's any copper in there. I'll take that over the tough jerky. The jerky only sells for 1. Oh, and the chest respawn. Nice. Wait for it. Now. Alright, we get to be selective with what we want out of this. That's definitely coming home with us, plus another potion. I think I'm going to get rid of the bread. Oh, and some linen cloth. We don't have cloth yet. I guess I'll get rid of this belt. We're not going to sell the cloth, of course. We want to keep that, but... Can I get 2 nodes? 2 hits? Ah, damn. Mana's full, so I might as well spend it. Level 5 in mining with 13, 14. That's a 4-piece right there too. 15 pieces of copper already. That's nice. Almost a full stack of copper. And I'm gonna need it with blacksmithing. Wait for it. Our mana is full, but still might as well wait for it. $50 crit with 9 holy damage on top. That's nice. Another 50 crit, huge. 14, does anything sell for less than that? I guess the bracers are the same. I'd rather have that though. We'll check up top first and then go down bottom. I feel like if there was anything in here, it would pick up with our finding materials. So let's check treasure. Looks like we're good, but we'll still give it a little bit of a closer inspection. 3 copper, we'll leave that there. Another set of armor. Really nothing that I can get rid of at this point. Drop in on him. Probably just hearth from here. Once we're done exploring this cave. Oh, I think that was a sword. Yes, it was. That's definitely going to go home with us. Probably get rid of the patchwork armor at this point now for the sword. Yeah, 49 copper. Alright, one quick check in here. Ah, see, that's why we had to get a little closer. What about treasure? Doesn't seem like it, but the copper is treasure to me. Should have just enough inventory space to take another, even if it's a stack of 4. Heyo. Oh, that's good. So 97 copper for this bad boy right here. I think I'm actually going to get rid of the Dwarven Kite Shield at this point, because we do have a quest. Oh, come on, bro. We're getting so many items here. 28. Does anything sell for less? The shield. 7. We are getting a new shield from one of the quests that we are going to finish. And right now I don't even have a weapon that I can wear with the shield, so I'm not too pressed about it. Mostly we'll just be using this mace. I feel pretty much immortal as long as I'm playing, you know, correctly. Alright, please be a 4-piece here. It's 1. It's 2. Okay, 3. You know, that's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and hearth clear out our bags. We'll smelt down this copper, see what we have, and then it'll probably be just about time for us to call it here for the night. Pretty good progress. I'm happy with what we've got done. I also need to talk to our Paladin trainer and see what we can learn.
Fill your tankard and pull up a chair. We've stories to tell and kegs to empty.
I'm going to just sell the lumberjack axe at this point. I can't really use it until I go to Ironforge and learn how to wield axes, and that's going to take me 10 silver pieces. It's just, yeah, it's not worth it right now.
The light be with you, adventurer. How can I help you?
Okay, so we can learn Parry, Purify, and Hammer of Justice. All new abilities. Very good. Parry gives you a chance to parry enemy melee attacks, so you just have a chance to block it with your weapon, which is really good. Negating damage, this is huge, right? Definitely want to pick that up. Purify purifies the friendly target, removing 1 disease effect and 1 poison effect. Very, very good. Only costs 12 mana. Definitely picking that up as well. So if we ever get poisoned, we can cleanse it, as well as Stone Form grants immunity to poison and disease. So really, you're not going to be poisoning us. You're not going to be putting any diseases on us or anything like that. And then Hammer of Justice, 30 mana, 1 minute cooldown. You can stun the target for 3 seconds. Pretty damn good as well. Gonna be picking that one up. That still leaves us with 13 silver. Quite a bit of cash left over. I guess we'll put this on Shift 4 on my mouse. Parry goes there, and then I'll put Hammer of Justice on Q. Now, I did see this book here, The Alliance of Lordaeron. This is 16 pages, so we'll read that next time. I think there might be another book around here or something, but you guys know me. I like to read the books around the world. It's fun, builds the world and a little bit of roleplay elements to it. Yeah, I just like it. So it's good world building. All right, let's go ahead and pick up cooking. 1 silver piece, and with that, we could not make anything.
Cooking is a lifelong pursuit, and I see we share the same passion.
I'm just gonna poke around, see if there's any other books in here. Javin Thunder Brew. Ah, the Mountains of Dunmurrow. Nice little cozy fire. Some bread, some mead, giant boar. Okay. Seems like the main book is up top near the Paladin trainer. Again, I just love this this tavern. It's so cool. Nice little painting there, huh? Like I said, 16 pages in this book. It's a little long for tonight. We'll read it next time. But for now, let's go smelt down this copper ore. Let's head over to the forge. What does this sign say? Iron Forge to the left, Loch Madon to the left, and Volmar to the right, of course. Go ahead and smelt down this copper while we're getting full points, might as well. This will help us prevent failing on those copper nodes, as well as it's just nice for inventory space management, right? You can hold 20 bars, but you can only hold 10 ore per stack. Like I said, this will only be orange to us, guaranteeing a skill up for so long. I think it's like at 25 it goes to yellow, or maybe even 20 it goes to yellow. So during the low levels, when you get a decent chunk of copper, you don't want to just save all of it up as copper ore. You want to smelt it down, get these free points while you can, and then hitting nodes will be the way that you like guarantee get your points later, right? Like this will go green before hitting nodes will go green. So okay, it's not 20, it's not 20, might be 25 where that goes yellow, but I'm not even going to look at the armor or the cloth and leather merchant. What about the weaponsmith? I guess I could buy a cudgel, but I really don't need it. I'm happy with what we have right now. And yeah, like I said, it's just about perfect timing, so I will... About 12 silver pieces is what we're ending on. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and jump into a bed. Actually, real quick, let me talk to a guard and see, is there a fishing merchant in town? Here's the
Training in
position.
first aid techniques.
Thamner pole. 1 silver piece. We'll learn that as well. Doot doot. And then all we need is a fishing trainer, and I think the fishing trainer is actually on the lake out near Marleth Barley Brew and Rijol Barley Brew. So when we head over here next time, we'll learn fishing. But as well as I think there's a frozen lake that we might be able to fish from, but I might be wrong about that. I know that there's a small area in Ironforge that we can fish in. But all right, a new bed for the night. Day 1, pretty successful day 1, and welcome back to hardcore. Super stoked. I've got the itch and the excitement for hardcore WoW again, and it's always so fun when I get this itch. I'm just like stoked to play. I can't wait for tomorrow. We're gonna play some more. So, all right, guys, we're gonna call it here for tonight. I want to thank you for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Let's go ahead and log out. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.